Gomez, and today we are. Hello, guys. Today it's Karina Gomez, and today we are going to look at top 10 scary, creepy photos. I've watched this before. It's pretty creepy, and I'm sure you're gonna like it because I kind of did. But let me just skip a little bit. Okay, here we are. Play.
So Martin decided to snap a photo of the scenery with his daughter in the foreground. It was all normal and him and his daughter and wife moved on with their day. However, a little while later, Martin noticed something strange in the photo in between his daughter's legs. In between her legs were a pair of legs dressed in samurai clothing. A pair of black samurai boots could easily be made out. He assumed a man was standing behind her as the photo was being taken, but he just didn't remember it. But his daughter and wife confirmed nobody else was on the cliff that day, and unless the samurai was super short, his body and head should also be behind the girl, right? Martin sent it to a friend, who then posted it on Reddit, and it went viral. After that, many people accused Martin of photoshopping it, but an expert said this photo was unedited. It still remains a mystery, but people are convinced this was the ghost of a samurai. Next up is Helping Hand. One of the most innocent kinds of photos are family photos. They're usually pretty corny, and the only scary thing about them is if they end up on your parents' Facebook for everyone to see. But this family photo is a little different. We see a normal smiling family sitting happily on a swing. Nothing seems untoward and there's no legs of a samurai ghost anywhere in sight. But there is something very, very wrong with this photo, which is bound to creep you out. Look at the little girl on the far left, and you'll see a mysterious hand around her. You might think this is one of her family members, but look at everyone's hands and arms, and they're in sight. The hand appears to belong to another child as it's pretty small, but clearly other than the kids in the photo, there are no children in sight. The family say they have no idea who this could be, but it's rumored this was taken near a haunted house, and some say the hand belongs to a ghost of a young girl. Who do you think could be behind this mysterious hand? Next up is The Unexpected Passenger. This is one unsettling photograph which seems normal at a first sight, but the creepy thing about this image was only discovered by the photographer after he took it. The photo was taken by a guy called Roy in Chico, California. He saw an abandoned truck and thought it would make a good image. He snapped it and then moved on with his day. But later, after the image was developed, he saw something bizarre. There was a face in the window of the truck. When the man took the photo, nobody was around, and he even closely inspected the truck and remembers it being empty. The man was actually a police officer, so he took it into the station to have it checked out. It was examined, and they found it was 100% genuine. The face seems to be of a woman and looks very ghostly. The woman actually looks scared in the image, which makes this all the more unsettling. Next up is Redbox Exorcist. We all probably use Netflix on our computers or with an app on our cell phones. But believe it or not, Redbox used to be kind of like Netflix, where you would rent a movie from a box and then mail it back. One woman appears to be doing this, and it was caught on a surveillance camera.
No. Too spooked out. I'm sorry, guys, but no, I can't do this. Dolls. A moving camera is what I searched up. Oh, my dad's watched this before.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 5 haunted dolls caught moving on camera, part 2. Now, a couple weeks ago we posted part 1 to this, and you guys seem to love it as it currently has almost 28,000 likes, so I thought we'd make a part 2. So yeah, real quick before we begin, I really want to know if you guys think ghosts are real or not. Right now, go in the comments and let me know your opinion, as I'm super interested in hearing it. Anyways, with that said, let's get right into the video. Number 5. So this video is kind of creepy right from the start, but the more you watch, the scarier it gets. I mean, seeing this little girl playing with her dolls all alone is kind of weird anyway. When you notice what the dolls are doing, the weirdness hits a whole other level. Not just that, but after a while, it starts to move all by itself, swaying and nodding its head like it's asking the little girl if it could join in. Now that's scary enough to make me throw away the dolls for sure, but obviously she didn't, because creepy stuff just keeps happening to her. Like she's just quietly coloring when all of a sudden all the paper starts to move before flying off the table completely. Now, obviously, the kid is freaked out and she runs away, but the cameras are still running, so we get to see the table start to drag itself across the room, too. Honestly, I have no idea whether the doll is making that happen or if whatever possessed the doll just moved into the room, but still, I think it might be time for them to move out. Number 4. So if I'm being totally honest, someone should have guessed this doll was bad news, because it looks way too terrifying to be normal. I mean, come on, look at it. It's dressed all in black with a creepy white face and huge eyes. I mean, it basically looks like it came straight out of a horror movie. Anyway, it seems like this is another doll that got jealous, because while this mom was asking her kid about her new toy, the doll was sat in the background listening. And then that brings us to the biggest mistake, because as soon as the daughter calls the toy lovable, you can see the doll raise its arm, and what happens after that is even crazier. Like, as soon as it moves its arm, the candle starts to roll away, even though the two of them definitely weren't touching it. I mean, it's almost like the doll could make stuff around and move, and it wasn't too happy that its owner had a new favorite toy. I mean, let's be real here. If I was that little girl, I think I'd throw away the lovable bear altogether, because I wouldn't want to make a doll that creepy angry. I mean, would you guys?
Hi, baby.
Hi.
You like your new toy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Lovable.
Lovable. Sure his name isn't like Fred or Henry?
I think his name's
Oh.
Number 3. Now, I'm not gonna pretend this is the worst jump scare ever made, but considering it's real life, you gotta admit, it's kinda creepy. I mean, this little girl is just making two of her Barbie dolls have a cute little conversation, but one of them decides to show it's really not happy with the game. Basically, after she responds to her dad talking to her from another room, one of the Barbies snaps his head around to look at her and stares at her straight in the face. Now, obviously the girl screams and drops it, and the whole thing goes by so fast it's hard to know what happened, but slowing it right down just makes it even scarier. Like, there is no mistaking what happens. The Barbie looks around all by itself, and something about the way it does is totally mad. So yeah, I think it's about time we start burning all these dolls, because man, it's getting really creepy.
Fala uma coisa. O rato começou a língua.
Nora, vem comer!
Tá bom!
Sorry guys, I couldn't stop laughing.
Number 2. Okay, so there isn't really that many things out there that are creepier than a spooky old doll, but a whole collection of them is definitely worse. Like, this woman had tons and tons of them all laid out in one corner, but when she decided to film her scary little family for a video, she got way more than she bargained for. Like, having to look at each of them in the face as the camera goes by is bad enough, but then one of the dolls does something straight up terrifying, then goes back to acting like nothing happened. To be fair, it's pretty small and pretty quick, but one of the dolls definitely moves. Like, it's kind of hard to see, but as the camera goes past, it quickly moves its arm back to its side, like it's scared that it's gonna get caught out. Then it just completely freezes straight after, and it happens so quickly that you could almost kid yourself into thinking you made it up, but no, the creepy doll totally moved. The scariest thing is that it's easy to imagine that they're all alive, and whenever their owner goes to sleep, they all start wandering around the house getting up to who knows what. I mean, that'd be crazy. It'd be like Toy Story in real life, except it's really creepy dolls. Number 1.
Last
So this
one,
video
guys.
is creepy all by itself. When you take into account the doll's super scary backstory, it's even harder to watch. Basically, the previous owner gave up this weird-looking puppet because it apparently tried to strangle him while he slept. Like, it literally snuck into his room and tried to kill him while his wife slept beside him. So obviously he gave it away to an expert, who locked it in a glass box and filmed it for months, trying to prove that it really was more than it seemed. And so yeah, she pretty much managed it, because some of the footage is so hard to explain that, well, there's only one real logical explanation that we all know. Like, it gets so terrifying. I mean, you can see the puppet's little wooden cross move away from it all the way across the box, and then it suddenly drops to the floor again in the corner.
Okay guys, I think that's it for today. I know it did finish,
And there's a video on the top 5 haunted dolls.
but if you guys want to see my dolls, I'll show you right now. Just let me go on camera. So this is my first doll. She is like my favorite one because she's huge. Like, hello. My second doll is this little owl named Moonlight. Hers is named Buffy. Now, let me find my other doll. I think they fell down. Yeah, that one over there. Brown one, his name is Marcos. Blam! Snowball. I'll try to show them to you right now. Those are my dogs over there. So this is my favorite one. Ish. But he's still like my bestest one. Well, bye. I hope you like this video. I hope you subscribe and leave a thumbs up because you know I don't like doing these creepy videos. Well, see you later. Hope you have a great day.